everybody. Hope everybody had a good 4th. Ben is off work today, so we're going to get out in the garden this morning and pick some corn that needs to be picked. Then we're going to process it and show y'all how we pressure can it.
Something's eating on that one. Alright, we're cutting the corn off of the ears, and we're just trying to cut, like 2/3 of the kernel, 3/4, not trying to get into the cob or not scraping the cob. We're just trying to get more larger kernels, just so that we can pressure can and it comes out more like, whole kernel corn and not doesn't get mushy. Lots of cut. Okay, here we are. We've washed all our jars. We've got 9-pint jars. We've got our rings, 9 flats. We reuse our flats a couple of times. I mean, if they're not visibly damaged, we just go ahead and, if they're not warped or, sometimes you can tell they wobble if they sit on a flat surface. But these all look good. You couldn't see any dents. So we're going to go with it. And if they don't seal, we'll just go ahead and eat that first. If everything seals, you heard people say it's a bad seal. There's no such thing as a bad seal. A seal's a seal, so we'll just go with it. Okay, welcome to our canning station. We got a little Coleman propane camp stove. We do this outside to keep heating up the house so much. It works pretty good. This is our canner. It's an old Sears. It's a 16-quart. I don't know even know. Here's the book. Came with the book. She bought it at a thrift store. I think she paid like $5 for it. You got the book. You got the canner. So we just had it checked out at the county extension office. They take it over there and they check the pressure on it. So the gauge is off by like a pound. So like I want to do this at 10 pounds of pressure for 55 minutes for pints. So we're going to probably go maybe 11, 12 pounds of pressure. Give it a little fudge toward the high side. Make sure it's done since we're pressure canning. This is where it's all going to happen. Okay, we got our jars are filled with hot water. We're just pouring the water out. This keeps the jars warm before we add the. So we're going to add boiling water on top of this. We're going to fill it up to about bottom ring. Allows about an inch headspace, half an inch. And that's why we fill the jars with the hot water. Okay, we're adding our boiling water on top of our corn and peppers. This is what they call a cold pack method because we didn't blanch or pre-cook our corn and peppers. We just cut it up. So we're adding the boiling water, and then it's just going to go straight to the canner.
Okay.
Okay, putting the lids and the flats on. I just snug them up with your fingertips. You have to put them on real tight. We just finished, but we always wipe the rims off real good. Make sure there's no food. That'll prevent it from getting a good seal. And I always hold my jars. They're hot, so I use a rag. We only got 8 instead of 9, but it's not any. As long as you get enough to, when you're canning, because you have to have a certain amount in the canner. You need, I think it's at least 4 pints And if you're doing quarts, you have to have at least 2 quarts. They won't get hot enough if your canner doesn't have that amount in it. Okay, so we'll get this finished up and we'll go. Next shot will be out at the canner itself. Water's boiling in the canner. We're adding our jars. And if you don't know if you can see down there, but we've gotten where we put a towel under the basket. Like some of them have like a spacer. It goes on it. I don't know if it keeps the jars. Towel helps keep the jars from getting too hot, possibly breaking. We're going to keep adding these in. Full canner load would be. I'm going to do this one. Probably not the smartest thing, but anyway. In the essence of time. The water's just barely boiling. Alright. Looks like a pretty full load. I don't know. It'd really be tough if we put 9 in there. But. Okay, there's the can on, and then you twist. It's locked on. We'll leave this is our weight, but we don't put that on yet. We're gonna have to let it steam up inside and it's gonna get the air out. So we're gonna turn the heat back up. So once it starts steaming, we'll let it go for 7 to 10 minutes. It should pretty much run a steady stream then. Once it gets up to pressure, this little thing here, I don't know if you can see it, it comes up. When that comes up, it seals it off in there. Well, now it's just a waiting game. And once it, like I said, once we get it all the air out, then we'll start our timer. We'll time it for 55 minutes. Once our pressure is up to 10 pounds. Alright, the processing time is finished. It cooked for 10 pounds of pressure for 55 minutes. So now I've had it cooling for probably, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, and the pressure's dropped down to 0. Remove the weight, and the little indicator that the pressure's out has dropped down. This little guy right here, it's all the way down instead of being raised out like so, and still hot too. Don't grab it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, take the lid off for the explosion. Alright, and always take it off with the lid like this so there's any steam, very little steam. I don't know. The instruction manual says do that. Throw a towel over it and let it sit for 2 minutes. I'm not really sure why we do that, but let's see, that's been about a minute. That's 2 minutes. Anyway, so we can go 2 routes here. It's still hot, it's warming up my glasses. Hold on, it's got a basket in here. I'm going to gently try to do this. No, I'm not. It's heavy. I'm just going to use my jar tongs. Do it this way. They're still going to be wet. Just grab them, pull them out, and I'm not going to touch anything because I know it's got really hot in here. Looks good. I don't know. We'll know if they, went through earlier and we said we do a lot of reusing old rings. We've had good luck with it, but it's always the first time. These may not seal. Who knows? But we'll know later. this is all there is to it. And see, and you look down there and you can see the towel we put underneath the basket. It's not burned up or anything. I was looking through the old book and they had some kind of rack you could get to put in there, but I think the towel serves the same purpose. It kind of insulates the bottom of the jars and keeps them from getting too hot. We had something to break last year. I can't remember what it was. It might have been a salsa tomato, but it made a big mess. But so far, so good. And there's the finished corn. Alright, hey y'all, we just finished up with our canning, and I was showing you some stuff about our canner. The one of the interesting things is she bought it at the, like I said, the thrift store. It actually had the owner's manual. The canner, it was, the owner's manual says 1968. The canner has a 1969 on it, so not for sure, but it's still pretty old either way. But it works fine. It was a really good deal. I think I said earlier we paid $5 for it, but she corrected me and said it was $8. But yeah, it has recipes, just the whole deal is all in here. And it's like the recipes they have, and they're really old. It's a lot of things that you don't hear people eating anymore. It's pretty neat. But anyway, like always, we thank y'all for watching. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And you can always look us up on Facebook at Our Green Acres. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.